getting ready to play Okinawa, the last battle of World War II. This is a solo game of the month designed by Gabe Barrett, who was kind enough to send me this copy. I'll put a link to the unboxing in the description down below, and as you can see, it comes in a old VHS type box. Hopefully I can fit everything back in there because there's quite a lot in this box. As you can see in the setup here, this is kind of a rondel game, right? There's going to be 1 through 10 here. Make sure I got everything. When you go past this link, you'll go by the resupply and get a resupply token. But as you move around this rondel, every time you complete one, the flag is going to go down, and then you're going to see if you've got the objective completed. This one, you have 2 trips around the rondel before your time runs out. So, and you have to complete 4 objectives. This is the first one, and it's Hacksaw Ridge. So with that, this is also a Kilroy Goes to the Movies, because I'll talk a little bit about, this is one of those bonus film collection things, but one of the movies here is Hacksaw Ridge, as you can see right there, which is based on a true story of a Army medic, or I think it was Army, maybe it was Marine, but a medic who was a conscientious objector, and he was actually court-martialed, or went to be court-martialed, and all that, and then he was pretty heroic on Hacksaw Ridge, saving a lot of lives on that hill there, or on that ridge as you climb up to the top. Anyway, so not the greatest movie in the world, but not too bad. I think it was directed by Mel Gibson. It's acting's okay, and it's got the one of the Spider-Mans is the actors in it, and it's not a if you like war movies, you'll probably like it. It's more of a message movie, about a true story and a conscientious objector. Another thing about Okinawa is that's where my uncle fought and got his Purple Heart in Okinawa. For years, I thought it was Iwo Jima, but he actually fought at Okinawa, and I've covered that in the past too. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to. This is the setup. I believe I got it all set up right. And then this is the enemy row here. The enemies are a CFC, so you had a machine gunner, pillbox, machine gunner. These are labeled on the back there. You've got known enemies. Flip this over, and unknown enemies. Unknown enemies have that letter, and unknown, you're just going to draw from that, and that's your enemy row. As I said, you have 4 objectives. The first one I'm doing is Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know if I'm going to stop after each one of them, or if I'll just come and do an after action when I get back. I think I mentioned it, but this is a solo game because it's part of solo game of the month. So interested in seeing how this plays out. Wait for it. Alrighty then, finished round 1, or actually Hacksaw Ridge, objective 1 right there. Was able to eliminate the enemies in the middle and the soldiers tokens on the side here. So what you do when you do that is you reset for the next objective. I drew that, which is Rocky Crags. You set that up at the beginning of the game. There are at least, I think, 3 objectives or 4 objectives. I think 3 for each objectives, 1, 2, and 3, and then the 4 is always the same. So there's some replayability there on the different objectives. This one has another, I have 2 turns to complete this, 2 times around the rondel, so the flag's at 2. I've got 5 dice are available, so I got my 5 action dice. We draw a K, and that is the special event here. Whenever you pass over a resupply, add 3 Japanese soldiers to the battlefield. You only start off with 3 Japanese soldiers, but they're going to start, every time you go around the resupply, they're going to be adding more. Here are this tells you what enemy cards to draw. So I've got a tunnel, and then a B on the second phase there. So once I get rid of this, I get to reveal the B. This is mortar, then C, and then sniper and D. Sniper is especially nasty because it hits every space, and I'm only down to 1 health. I didn't do so well, so I end up getting a medic, and then with this card right here, it gets promoted. So now I've got it adds 2, so I've got to try to get from this space 8 to 3 to get my health up without getting chopped up. So anyway, getting ready to start the second objective. Not very optimistic, but we'll see what happens. I'm back again, just finishing up the Rocky Crags. Eliminated the enemies in the middle row. This is setting up for Chocolate Drop Hill. However, I had 10 enemies, survive. And so what happens is those, I think, are all going to come in the objective 4. Whatever goes over here, whether it's enemies that you do not take out in the enemy row or any soldiers that are left over, they are going to carry over, I think, to the last objective. So that doesn't look good. I've got to do my new card here, which is I. So let's get I out here, and we will see what happens. This is the Dark Knight. At the beginning of each loop, add 1 Fog of War to every enemy card in the battlefield. And that's something that I haven't been telling you about, but the symbol right here is Fog of War. And so you have to put these Fog of Wars counters on every unit that has, that's a 2, so that has that. And those are eliminated by this token here. So I've got a sniper that does it, and that's it. Oh, and I have a scout. I removed one of my other scouts to put this machine gun team, which takes up 2 slots, so you lose an action row from now on with that machine gun team there, but they do a lot more damage, so I needed to add some firepower, hopefully to take out soldiers, but didn't do a very good job of that. So anyway, I'm at 2 health. Visited my medic, but they are pounding me, folks. At the end of your turn, you're going to roll the attacks like anything where there's an arrow. If your pawn is there, now my command pawn's there, so I'm safe. But if my command pawn was here or here, then I would take 2 damage, and you only have 4. This right here, mortar, is going to attack this row, attack here, 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 and here. So you kind of have to plan where you land your pawn to try to stay out of enemy fire, which is a struggle to do that in this game. So there you have it. And then you roll these dice here. The most you ever can roll is 6, so I had much more than 6 with these guys over here. But you roll 6, and then whatever number you hit, that is the target hex. So like this is going to go to 8, and if I rolled a 1, so that 1 there would go here where my command pawn is at. So guess what? That would be a hit. So that's how I get chopped up. You stay out of these arrows is fine, but however many enemies, once you get 6 or more, you're rolling all these dice, all the red-sided dice, and taking damage for that. Let's see what comes up next. Alrighty, here we are. Just finished up Chocolate Drop Hill. Now I'm to Hill 89. As part of the last stand, all the enemies from the fallback area come in here, so that's 10 plus 2 for right here. You draw cards from the unknown deck, and we have some good ones here. We have a machine gunner, we have a tank, and we have 2 planes. Now, luckily, I have a Corsair, and this one gets promoted, and 2 Corsairs that can actually take out planes. This symbol here says that this right here doesn't take it out, but I've got a plane, 2 planes to take those out. You flip these 90 degrees when you use it, and then you have to go past the resupply again to fuel it up. So Actually, not in too bad a position other than a lot of soldiers to take on, but I've got 2 planes to take on their planes. I've got demolitions to take on this tank, plus the machine gun can help out with the tank. I'm full health. I don't have very many tokens. I got 1 sandbag and one. I can rearrange these units, the rondel some way. Let's see what I end up doing. Well, the game is over. How did I do? Well, 4 skulls are not good. I did pretty well of taking out the 2 aircraft. I used my Corsairs to do that. I used the demolitions on the tank the first time around, and then the machine gun finished it off, and then was able to get around. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I should have taken one more supply, but anyway, that's probably not going to make a difference because they did 2 hits with, and I only had 1 health left, and they did 2 hits, so I'm pretty much dead here. I got to my medic, but I didn't have any action dice left to use the medic. So close. Hacksaw Ridge here got to the medic, but he wasn't able to save me. So there you have it. Lost, but overall, I like this game. It takes a little bit, once you figure out how to set it up, the rules are not the best. I mean, I wish there was a few more diagrams of how to set it up, but once I got through the setup and started playing, it was pretty easy to get into, and it's relatively thematic. I mean, it feels trying to plan your rondel for what you have in the middle is very, very tight, and is a fun little filler game that I'll set up and play again. And with the different objectives and the different combination objectives, you've got a lot of different gameplay, a lot of different playability here. So anyway, I lost it on Hill 69. My medic just got to me, but just a little bit too late. Thanks all. Thanks for watching.